Soul Force
Revolution.
The Vedic universe is described in the 5th canto of Srimad-Bhagavatam.
The central island of Bhu-mandala is called Jambudweep and is 100,000 yojanas or approximately 800,000 miles in diameter. The golden mountain Sumeru is 800,000 miles high, 128,000 miles wide at its base and 256,000 miles wide at its tip, tapered like the pericarp of a lotus flower. Jambudweep is surrounded by the salt water ocean, which is also 800,000 miles wide. The next tract of land known as Plakshadweep is twice the width of Jambudweep, at 1,600,000 miles wide. All these lands of the greater earth are fully inhabited by humans, animals and plants, just as we experience here. The next surrounding ocean is of sugar cane juice and is also 1.6 million miles in width. Next is Samaladweep at twice the size again, 3.2 million miles. That land is bordered by an ocean of liquor at the same width, 3.2 million miles. Then Kushadweep is twice that width at 6.4 million miles. It's surrounded by an ocean of ghee or clarified butter at the same width, 6.4 million miles. Then Kronshadweep is 12.8 million miles in width, bordered by an ocean of milk at the same 12.8 million mile width. Then the land of Sakadweep is twice the width again, 25.6 million miles, bordered by an ocean of yogurt at the same width. The next tract of land is known as Pushkaradweep at a staggering 51.2 million miles wide, and divided all around the center by Manasotara mountain, which is the path the sun travels around. That land is surrounded by an ocean of sweet water of the same width, 51.2 million miles. Beyond the ocean of sweet water is a tract of land as broad as the area between the middle of Mount Sumeru and the boundary of Manasotara mountain. In that tract of land there are many living beings. Then there is another land, which is made of gold, which reflects light like the surface of a mirror, and all living entities have abandoned that golden land. The mountain known as Lokaloka has been installed as the outer border of the three worlds, Bhaloka, Bhuvaloka and Svaloka, to control the rays of the sun throughout the universe. All the luminaries, from the sun up to Dhruvaloka, distribute their rays throughout these three worlds, but only within the boundary formed by this mountain, because it extends even higher than Dhruvaloka. It blocks the rays of the luminaries, which can never extend beyond it. The distance between Sumeru and the mountain known as Lokaloka is 1/4 of the diameter of the universe at 125 million yojanas or 1 billion miles. Outside Lokaloka mountain is the tract of land known as Aloka Varsha, which extends for the same breadth as the area within the mountain, 1 billion miles. Beyond Aloka Varsha are the coverings of the universe. The first covering is 10 times thicker than the diameter of the universe, and each subsequent covering 10 times thicker than the previous covering. Covering of Earth, 40 billion miles. Water, 400 billion miles. Fire, 4 trillion miles. Air, 40 trillion miles. Ether, 400 trillion miles. Ego, 4 quadrillion miles. Mahat Tattva, 40 quadrillion miles. The total is a staggering 44 quadrillion, 444 trillion and 444 billion miles. Mahavishnu lies down within the causal ocean, and while he sleeps innumerable universes are generated along with his breathing. These universes are floating, and they are scattered all over the causal ocean. They stay only during the breathing period of Mahavishnu, which is 1 Mahakalpa or lifespan of Brahma, 313,528,320,000,000 human years.
Stars and planets in the universal ebb or Jagat Anda.
The sun is described as 10,000 yojanas or 80,000 miles above the plain of Bhu-mandala. Dhruvaloka, the pole star, is situated 30,400,000 miles above the sun. All the stars, or nakshatras, tied to Dhruvaloka with ropes of air or pravaha revolve around Bhu-mandala. The heavenly planet of Mahaloka is 80 million miles above Dhruvaloka. Janaloka is 160 million miles above Mahaloka. Tapaloka is 160 million miles above Janaloka. And Satyaloka or Brahmaloka is 960 million miles above Tapaloka, 1,870,400,000 miles above the sun. The beginning of the universal coverings are 2,080,000,000 miles above Bhu-mandala.
The subterranean planets underneath the earthly plane of Bhu-mandala.
These 7 underground realms are named Atala, Vitala, Sutala, Talatala, Mahatala, Rasatala and Patala. Between Patala and the Garbha ocean are the subtle hellish realms. Garbhodakashayi Vishnu lies down on that ocean on the serpent bed, and Antadeva, who supports the planetary system on his hooves. Movements of the stars and planets around the pole star. The sun, moon and major planets are above one another in the same order as the days of the week. Sun day, moon day, Venus is Tuesday, Mercury Wednesday, Mars Thursday, Jupiter Friday and Saturn Saturday. Above that are planets of the 7 sages. All these planets, known as grahas, and stars named in Sanskrit as nakshatras, revolve around Dhruva Loka, the pole star, as seen in time-lapse photography, only possible on a flat plane.
Terrain on the island of Jambudweep.
4 mountains each side of Sumeru are Mandara, Meru Mandara, Supashva and Pumuda, each 80,000 miles high. Standing like flagstaffs on the summits of these 4 mountains are a mango tree, a rose apple tree, a kadamba tree and a banyan tree, each with a width of 800 miles and a height of 8,800 miles. Their branches also spread to a huge radius of 8,800 miles. Those mountains are flanked by twin sets of mountains in the cardinal directions, 144,000 miles long and 16,000 miles in height and width. Then 6 huge mountain ranges mark the borders north and south of Mount Meru and are 16,000 miles wide, 80,000 miles high and stretch across to the ocean east to west. 2 mountain ranges east and west named Gandhamadana and Malayavan reach 16,000 miles high. Mountains around the foot of Mount Meru are like the filaments around the whirl of a lotus flower. They are described to extend almost to the height of Meru itself. There are 9 islands or dweepas off the coast of Bharatvarsha. What we understand as Earth is just one of these islands. Although it's not specified in the Vedic texts, it appears the Earth is surrounded by the Antarctic circle of ice that keeps the water inside the flat plain. Some Vedic texts do however state that the Earth receives its water from clouds, not the greater ocean, meaning it's isolated from the other islands and the rest of Jambudweep. The 9 divisions of Bharatvarsha are mutually inaccessible. They are Indradweep, Kasarumat, Tamravana, Gabhastamat, Nagadweep, Soma, Gandharva, Varuna, and this is the 9th dweep among them, and it is surrounded by the sea. This dweepa is 1,000 yojanas or 8,000 miles from north to south. In the middle of the summit of Meru is the township of Lord Brahma, Brahmapuri. It is made entirely of gold, and therefore learned scholars and sages call it Shatakumphi. Surrounding Brahmapuri in all directions are the residences of the 8 principal governors of the planetary systems, beginning with King Indra. These abodes are similar to Brahmapuri but are 1/4 the size.
Descent of the Ganges.
After purifying the 7 planets near Dhruva Loka, the Ganges water is carried through the spaceways of the demigods in billions of celestial airplanes. Then it inundates the moon, Chandraloka, and finally reaches Lord Brahma's abode atop Mount Meru. On top of Mount Meru, the Ganges divides into 4 branches, each of which gushes in a different direction, east, west, north and south. These branches, known by the name Sita, Alakananda, Kakshu and Bhadra, flow down to the ocean. The branch of the Ganges Sita flows through Brahmapuri and runs down to the nearby peaks of the Kesarakala mountains, which are like a bunch of filaments around Mount Meru. Then it falls to the peak of Gandhamadana mountain and then into the land of Bhadrashva Varsha to the ocean of salt water in the west. The branch known as Bhadra flows from the northern side onto the peaks of Pumuda, Nila, Shweta and Shringavan mountains in succession, down into the province of Kuru and into the saltwater ocean in the north. The branch Kakshu falls onto the summit of Malayavan mountain and from there cascades onto the land of Ketamala Varsha and through to the ocean of salt water in the east. The branch known as Alakananda flows from the southern side of Brahmapuri. It falls down with fierce force upon the mountains Hemakuta and Himakuta and onto the tract of land Bharatvarsha, then into the ocean of salt water in the south. Moving in towards the area we know as Earth. A circular flat plain surrounded by the Antarctic Circle. The continents arranged around the North Pole similar to as seen in the azimuthal equidistant projection map, not as a sphere floating in space. As we zoom in on the continent of Australia, we'll break the word down in Sanskrit. Eris means the sun. Taral means liquid, referring to the continent surrounded by water, and Alaya means home. Eris Taral Alaya, Australia. We have arrived at the ISKCON temple in North Sydney, home of their Lordship Sri Sri Radha Gopinath. By serving the deity form of the Supreme Lord, we can revive our dormant Krishna consciousness and enter into the eternal spiritual world. Please chant the Maha Mantra. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.